Hello my friends, hello once again. My name's Kyle. So you guys know that I make a video every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, a long video. And I'm kind of in a rush today because something unexpected happened in the middle of the night. So in the middle of the night I woke up at like 1 a.m. or something like that, and I was throwing up. I was very sick, guys. It was disgusting. So it was because I think I ate something really bad. So all day I've been in bed, but I'm starting to feel better now. So the thing is, I haven't had time to think up what I was gonna do on a video. So I asked my beautiful wife.
Your beautiful wife looks
beautiful, like always.
Today.
So I asked my beautiful camera wife to help me out, make a theme for me to make this video. So she's gonna ask me some questions. I only have a kind of a general idea what it's gonna be about. But anyway, here we go. I'm not gonna edit this video. It's gonna be just a real car talk, okay? So she's gonna ask me some questions. I'm gonna give you guys my answers, what I think about these topics, and we'll get you guys some real good quality English. So, what we got?
So the topic is about, I think, like how the people in these days are acting, like what is being bad for the society, and why, like your opinions. That's what we want to do.
So things that people are doing bad in society,
yeah,
and what I think about them.
Yeah,
I like that because I have a lot of opinions about society.
Okay, so I was just like wondering why people who have less money want to show you like, oh, I'm living an amazing life, or I have enough money, or they want to show they have the better cars or the expensive clothes, and we don't want to how you say that? Generalize, but it happened with so many people, and we are like surrounded with these kind of things. Even sometimes with my friends, I feel like, why they want to buy like a water bottle, super expensive, but I can get it for like half.
Yeah.
And it's a really good one too.
Mm-hmm.
And I know like cheap, it's just like, you know.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Or I mean, in these days, people want to show who have the most expensive watch, cars, houses, or clothes. So what do you think is affecting this how I say that? Society.
So why do I think people who don't have much want to show like and act like they do?
Yes.
A lot of it has to do with social media, I think, because, you know, thousands of years ago, the poor people were poor, and, you know, there was no way to try and act like you aren't what you are. You were in your societal class, and that's just what it was. But now people could take pictures with things, put them on Instagram, and pretend like they have money when they don't. And I think it's a lot of insecurity too. Mm-hmm. Like nobody wants to think I'm poor or I'm broke, mm-hmm. But when we're in these situations, when we don't have money, you need to be thinking about, how can I get in a better place? Mm-hmm. What can I learn that will help me to make some money for myself and my family? How can I actually become the person I'm pretending to be? Mm-hmm. So people are insecure. They know they're not where they want to be in life, but they think if they buy a nice pair of shoes, a nice jacket, a nice watch, then maybe people will think that they have money. But the people who actually have money, they don't care. They're not trying to make us think, oh, they're rich, because they are. They know it.
Yes.
So Bill Gates, he was the richest man in the world for a long time. He wears a Timex watch, which is like what my dad would have worn, a $50 watch. And he's the richest man. He could buy any watch on earth. But everybody knows that he's rich, so he doesn't care. He's like, you know what? This watch tells the same time as that Rolex. So I think it's a lot of insecurity, and people feel like they're in a competition on social media.
You just take my word. I was gonna ask you, you think the people feel like in a competition, like why they feel because their friends are acting the same way, you know.
Yeah, it's friends, but also people who aren't even your friends. You know, so if you have a little, like, you know, my friend and I are both trying to get nice things. We're both gonna push each other and stuff. But a lot of people are trying to impress people they don't even know. You know, if you have 1,000 people on your Instagram, you don't know all those people. 99% of them you don't know. And you're worried about, it's like you and I were talking this morning, like, we don't post that much on social media because who cares? You know, I used to always make good food and take pictures, and everybody would be like, oh, you're such a good cook, blah, 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 blah. But I'm like, now it's like, so what?
Yeah.
You know?
I normally post like pictures for like everything, you know, like Christmas and I mean many things, or from restaurants where we went, our places like that, like, you know, something fun that I did. And sometimes I want to do it and I'm thinking like, why I have to do this? Like, nobody cares. Like, why I have to show them? I really enjoy it. Like, why?
Yeah,
you know?
you have the memory, and that's the important thing. You did something cool.
And it doesn't mean like I don't post anything, because I did. I like to do it, but not like before. Like, I'm not that, like, in another point. So
I'd rather share stuff that can help people.
Yeah.
Or, you know, if you post your nieces or something, people will be like, oh, que linda, and maybe smile a little bit. Good things, not trying to show off.
Yeah. There's another question, and so I was thinking, like, to what extent do you think affect social media to people, and how social media can be a good thing to use to?
Well, social media can be awesome because YouTube is social media, and you could get a, honestly, if you were super motivated, you could learn how to be a surgeon on YouTube. You could learn anything in the whole world. You know, I've learned so much Spanish, French. If it wasn't for YouTube, I probably wouldn't speak Spanish. So YouTube's incredible, and even on, you know, Instagram and things like that, we're sharing the shorts and trying to get these little pieces of information out to people. So sharing ideas, sharing positive things, finding people who think the same as you, those are the good things. Teaching others. You know, if you're posting positive content that makes people feel better about themselves, that's good. The bad things are that things like TikTok or Instagram Reels, they're so fast. Now nobody can focus on a long video. So nobody is focusing on improving themselves because our attention spans have been destroyed by quick content.
I feel like now without like notarlo, ¿cómo dices?
Notice.
We want to have like to have everything like now, like how are you saying, like everything's so quick, and even like watching a video, you want to go to the end and see what happened, and like, I don't know, I think like really affects people.
Yeah, and I think it's especially bad for children. And, you know, I've seen it in my son and stuff. Like, they see these people on YouTube and they think they're awesome, but these people are really doing stupid things.
Yeah.
I try and tell my son, like, you know, if he's doing a video with me, or if he likes to make his own videos too, I tell him, don't try and be like that guy you saw on YouTube. Be you, because that's what we need, is more people being themselves. When you're trying to act like somebody else because you think that's what people want to see, that's not cool. And yeah, I think a lot of bad behaviors or bad habits and things like that are being pushed to young children, and that's the negative side of social media. Little kids are listening to terrible music, full of bad words, full of sex, and children can't be children anymore. They're growing up way too fast, and they're being exposed to bad things. So that's the negative side. But social media has good and bad. It just depends on how you're going to use it.
Right. I don't have more questions for you, Mr. Kyle.
Was that 3?
Yes.
Okay. I told her to write me questions. She said she wrote 3 because I like to talk, so that would be enough. All right, guys, so we're at 10 minutes. Be a short little video, but I knew I had to make you guys something for today because, ya saben, I am committed to bringing you guys the videos that you need. And let me tell you guys something funny that crossed my mind this morning. I thought to myself, man, is today going to be the first day that I missed my goal of making a video on Wednesday? And then I said, ni madres. No, And my wife told me, no, you're not going to do it today. You're sick. I said, ja.
To rest.
Cállate un poco. So, anyway, guys, keep on going even when times are hard. I'm going to keep on going. I know you guys will too. That's why I respect you. That's why I appreciate you. That's why I love you all. Como siempre. Muchísimas gracias por ver. Nos vemos pronto.
Amor.